Now, gentlemen, let's have the first topic for you. You all are aware, though India aspired to become the world power, however, it is infested with too many problems. Okay. Now, what, in your opinion, is the single most significant factor, which is the biggest roadblock in the India's progress to achieve the world power status? Right? Do you think it is the population burden that India is carrying with herself, or do you think it is the pandemic has been the biggest roadblock now, or do you think that it is the political brickmanship that is taking place in our country is the reason for it? Have you understood the topic, gentlemen?
Yes, sir.
Are you clear?
Yes, sir.
You may please start.
Gentlemen, I think population is the biggest factor which is responsible for the less development of our country.
We cannot say that it is the biggest
populations can be.
We cannot
focus on a single point.
Yes, we cannot say any of the three problem is the single most problem, because population, as we see, China has also a big population, but still it is growing. Yes, the political will in our country is now stronger. So we cannot quote it is also
Right, but as Centurion said, China as compared, it has more square of land. As compared to
the supply of it is a political powers that in the times of Nehru we have a good relationship with USSR. Even at present time we have a good relationship with USA.
Yes,
so
I agree with
politics
politics
and
when we have political stability in our country. Like in the early times of our independence, there was no other party except the Congress. The country grew. And it grew from being a hungry country to being a food sufficient or food exporter. And now if we see, when we have the political will in our center, then there is exponential growth earlier, except in the 2019.
So, as India is a democracy, so we need to have a different governments in different period of our time.
Yes, I totally agree with you.
Not like China, which is having only one country.
So I totally agree with you, but we should not change our international relations on the basis of their
topic of number 77, I agree with you that we are not going to compare here with what is there in China and what is about the democracy. I am not saying about democracy as any kind of problem. It is only the political stability. See, democracy is there, two parties, when they make a coalition government, that is unstable. Their policies are not congruous to each other. That is, I think, the political instability means. It is not about the democracy. And third point here, we are missing the pandemic. Policies made by 72 and 79. The policies are being made because now we have a very stable government from the past 7 years, and it is going to stay till 2024. And by the God grace, if everything goes well, then we have a stable government in the next term as well. So
the stabilization of this,
basically the point in which we have to work is population control, education, and the betterment, the implementation of policies and the military sector.
But if the policies are improvised, then all the things like education, population can be controlled, and education.
Everything is interrelated.
That is what we are agreeing, that the policies are being streamlined because of the political stability. And second thing, the pandemic, the India's growth was already affected by the pandemic. So
But it was the loss which we had during the pandemic, as I already told the point of the highest growth rate which our country had.
Yes,
so the
definitely.
pandemic has been covered up, pandemic's loss has been covered up by our country. So we should look forward for our development of the country.
There is another point that we have not
Okay,
considered
fine,
yet.
gentlemen, your time is up for the discussion. We had okay, just votes. You understand the point he's saying? He's saying it was not a discussion. It was anybody or everybody saying his point without listening to what others is saying, isn't it?
Yes.
That's why he's not able to take it. That's why it's not flowing out properly. Everybody saying his own thing. Nobody listening to others. Or people who are listening, they're listening only. So it was not like a discussion. It was just you have what you say and you hell bent on saying what you want to say, whether you are listened to or not. So that's why the discussion quality was not improving. It was the way it started off, it was finished like that off. There was no improvement, okay? And kindly do not take it as a bad point in the sense, this is what has happened. You also witness it, okay? There are some people who are total passenger, right? There were passengers also in the group, and there were some who were without ticket also. Okay, passenger and without ticket also. Fine. So two people have covered some point, both points are relevant. First point was given by the first person. And that observation was that, though not very correct in the sense he said the 2 points were not touched only. Need not necessarily you have to touch upon all the points that have been given by the chief. But whatever the point you are taking it, then you build up your argument there. You say I am saying this because this. That is not happening in first case or the second case also.